they're on form, it makes it a lot easier for the rest of the team to play on form.
At least, though, they're the one team who have come through as the first core team to succeed to continue to next season. Spain and Portugal have still got to fight to get to next season. Referee Andrea Spadoni from Rome in Italy, and France against Canada now. It's been a beautiful atmosphere, wonderful weather here in Twickenham, and that's the new boy, Baptiste Douillard, youngster coming from Bordeaux-Bègles. Here he is now. There's the ginger hair. The switch now by Steve Barry. Barry again. Good tackle coming in from Hassler.
Okay.
Douillard. Now Goblet. Looking useful at the moment. It's a good start here. Just taken out in the Rojal just taken out at the corner.
Yeah, confident start by France. Good use there of the man coming back on the line, trying to create the space as Baptiste was taking the ball across, and unfortunate not to quite get in the corner, but good confidence on the ball.
Sense with the French, they really just want to get the confidence with the first try, don't they? They go hot and cold, not through a season, but in a game.
They do, they come in and out, and if they can start well, usually they finish well.
Absolutely. And here's little Terry Bourrois. Well, I call him a will-o'-the-wisp. He's very elusive. Can be a bit too individual sometimes. He's a fine scrum half for Stade Francais for 4 seasons. Penalty here. Can't hang on. That's the rule. So penalty to France here. Well, they were disappointed really, having lost to USA 17-19 yesterday. South Africa 14-17, particularly when they were 14 up at half-time, for goodness sake. And then they sort of, well, gave up and lost to Australia. Got 35 points against them. But that's the way they go.
Yeah, just often in the French game, they just make silly little errors and can't quite, as you alluded to earlier, they can't quite stay in the game for long enough. If they could put it together, the quality that they can show for a full 14 minutes in every game, they're going to become a side that's not 7th, but looking at 3rd or 4th on the series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've had disappointing times. They've been in Shield finals, and they've also been in a cup final in Port Elizabeth, you know, and that was the first time they've been in a cup final since they won one, the only one they've won, which is in Paris 8 years ago. None of this team were in that. There's Lojal again. He's quite an impressive player. This is Inigo. There's a little mistake, like Ben Gollins was saying. You know, you just can't make those errors.
It's often just subtle lapse in concentration that does it. There's no need for that. There's no pressure. Very simple catch. Be good to see now, though, the Canadians have done a bit of a defended, just lost that line out. Can they get a touch on the ball and try and create something now in attack?
Yeah, they've had some good performances this season. They beat Samoa in Glasgow last week. They beat Kenya as well. And there's the young guy, Harry Jones. Scored a couple of tries yesterday. Nanyak Dala. Oh, that's beautifully set up, beautifully done. Taylor Paris, he's quick enough. Good work by the captain, wasn't it?
It was great the way he showed, go, held, knew that the defender was then committed and just put Taylor Paris through the gap. And it's more of that we want to see. A lot of teams at the moment taking lots of contact. We've seen France taking lots of contact here. Try and play away from the contact and play into those spaces and try and suck in defenders. And we saw a great example of that just here now.
Yeah, just watch, the timing is perfect. And the angle was just absolutely spot up from Taylor Paris here. Well, they have busy times because Canada have got most of their players have been playing 15s, and people like Nanyak Dala and Connor Traynor have played not only in Sevens, Rugby World Cup Sevens finals, but also in the World Cup as well at 15s. There's not many do that. But all credit to Canada for going through, getting into the season for next season in their debut last year. There's Brahwa. Well, was that forward? Not so. Douillard, is he going to get there? Great defence, great defence. Connor Traynor.
First of all, a sensational pirouette from Boudoir to get out of the tackle and make the break down the sideline. Maybe dubious call on whether that was forward, but sensational defence, stripping him just on the line.
You'd have thought it was a certainty, wouldn't you, here? But he actually should have passed it. He had a support, didn't he? Douillard. It was a bit too late. And here comes Traynor then, look at that. Grabs it beautifully, takes it off him. Bit of a bang here. Oof, on the heads, there you go. And that was the two of them. I think it was Douillard as well. And Traynor. He's okay.
It's never a nice feeling banging your head like that.
Jeepers. Ow, anyway.
Well, try-saving tackle there for Canada, and
fortunately he's got quite a lot of hair. I think that helped probably, seriously.
A bit of cushioning.
Exactly. That's why he has it. There you go. Well, he's a good player, isn't he, this young lad from the University of West Ontario. He's another of those top flight in 7s and 15s as well. All well. Looking on. Geraint Johns done a great job with the 7s, getting them into the core team for this season and keeping them in for next, for sure. Not so Portugal and Spain yet. And this is Barry. Well, the defence was not in place, was it, there for Canada? Simple overlap. Makes it so simple. And France with the try.
Well, often when you find the space, Nigel, it does make rugby in life a lot simpler, but just a good change of direction, noticing with the one defender just out there by himself, and a simple try for Steve Barry.
He's still only 22, but he's played now, what, 18 tournaments? Used to play for Stade Rochelle. Some kick. There you go. Terry Brahwa. He's got a lot of talents, hasn't he? This is Steve Barry. He's played every tournament this season. So all square then, 7-all. Last play, there's the hooter. The hooter, which is of course all to do with the theme of animals. Yesterday, wonderful fancy dress. Thousands, well of course there were almost 72,000 people here. About half of them seemed to be dressed up as animals. It was great fun. Great fun atmosphere. And here come Canada then. Brilliant breakaway. And this now is going to be the whole way. And this guy, I think, has been sensational this season for Canada. Sean Duke. I would say he's been the man of Canada throughout this season. And yet earlier on in the season he had cracked ribs and was out of distance for some time. But came back in Glasgow, and here he's going well.
There's again a great way in which they suck the defenders off the ruck, people wrapping around, and then the pace. Sean Duke as well with the strength of the fend off here on Boudoir. If you're a sweeper, you've got to go low here, snap his ankles. But great finish, and you're right, he has been a standout for Canada this whole season.
Well, it's no good sort of snapping your arms around his chest like there. You've got to get the legs, which Brahwa failed to do. And so half-time with the conversion, wonderful conversion, and Canada with the lead.